Hello everyone! Welcome back to Minecraft. My name is Spiderhearts. Last time we built this beautiful house. I've been spending time off camera decorating the inside, so come on into my crib and I'll show you around. Walking into the house, you'll see that there is a choice between going upstairs or hanging out in the downstairs area. Here we have the kitchen where you can spend some time cooking food or crafting items. And here you have the living room where you can sit and stare at this painting. There is no bathroom in this house, but technically in Minecraft you don't need one. I decided to play with armor stands off camera. So here is Celia. She'll be my waifu for the series. I've got more of her head due to a glitch with the More Mob Heads mod that's not working properly with the latest update. If this is your head, or if you know whose head that is, I'm really sorry. Upstairs you have this nice little office nook that you can use to work on projects or read before going into the bedroom. In the bedroom there is a double bed because sleeping in a twin sucks. There's a nice little clock to tell you what time it is, and some storage for extra clothes or armor or whatever. In here is a closet that could be used to store all of your banners or other clothing, complete with a secret reading nook. And then up the ladder, there really isn't much here, but I've been using this as an easy way to get up to the roof. Today we need to set up a proper storage system and create a better place for our cows and sheeps. In case I wasn't clear last episode, this is going to be our main base of operations for the time being, while I plan out the theme for the rest of the series. I also found another mine shaft system with a spider spawner that's fairly close to the entrance. I'd like to spend some time this episode setting up a spider farm and an enchanting station. Last time I talked about naming our world, but it might be better to scale it down to naming specific places. So this area is going to be the town of Villageville, off of the coast of the Oceanic Sea. So, welcome to Villageville. Here we have our base shape for the barn and for the storage system. As you walk into the barn, there's going to be a bit of a lean-to here where we can keep our horses. As you've probably noticed, a lot of horses sort of roam around in this area, so I figured I'd catch a handful of them and put some of them in here, and then maybe make a small pen in this area for them to run around in. So this design was based off of the one that Waddles did for his survival guide. So we have 3 layers of chests that go all the way across, and then that's going to be repeated on this side and this side. And then in different corners of the room, we're going to have sets of chests that are stacked on top of each other like this, with hoppers that are, and then a chest that feeds into that. This is going to be for bulk storage for things like cobble or stone or sand or gravel or dirt. Stuff that you collect a lot of. And honestly, now that I think about it, certain chests can have this going on too. So let's say this one is for cobblestone, this one is for stone, this one is for mossy variant, smooth stone, and then these could be like andesite, diorite, gravel, granite, etc. And then like some miscellaneous chests. This side, I want it to be all wood types. On this side, nether and endstone. And then on this side of the storage system, we're gonna have other types of miscellaneous things like armor or enchanted books or treasures or other stuff. And then we'll have a couple of chests in this area that are like quick grab or just a kind of dump chest. And then this could end up being the end chest later. And then we can also place things like anvils. Maybe we'll do like a row of anvils or a row of crafting benches throughout this place. Maybe some furnaces in the floor just for utility. For the barn, I'm gonna need to figure out the overall structure of the building. I'm thinking that this main piece here is gonna go up a ways and then kind of have that tapered look that barn roofs tend to have. I also need to figure out overall block palette. I'm thinking it's gonna be mostly oak. So I will bring you guys back in when I have some structure and a block palette ready to go. And then after that we'll do the time lapse. Alright, so I've nailed down the roof for the barn, as well as started on the storage silo. The storage silo, I'm starting to like the height. It could be a little bit higher. In terms of the red wool, I don't have concrete yet, so I can't build a block variation just yet. I might make up for that by adding a pattern with white wool instead. The next step for the silo would be to add a dome to the top. For the color palette for the barn, I've worked on this block variation for the foundation, and I've made a swatch of blocks to sort of demonstrate what I want to do. You know, looking at this right now, I'm not really happy with the red on the inside of the build. I might bring everything forward one block so that I can have a different block palette inside. So at this point, it's time to start on the time lapse. So let's get to building. This episode has taken me ages to complete. Not because it took me a long time, but instead general life stuff kinda got in the way. Good news is I moved, so now I have more time in my day to work on this. Unfortunately, my room is a lot more empty, so there might be some echo on the microphone. On to the build. So I finished up the outside of the barn and the silo, and I've been working on the inside a little bit. This is going to be a really cool place for a couple of horses. Then we've got some area for cows and sheep, and maybe pigs, or probably chickens. And then there's an area that I can split into 2 or 3 different places and just kind of string the fence along here. I might actually bring this fence closer to the river here. and I can split that up. It's not the most efficient farm in the world, but it will do for what I need it. And I can start like having a couple of chickens in here with some hoppers, and we can work on having a chicken farm here too. In here, we have the silo with some basic storage options. I'm working on sorting out what items need to be in here. And up here, I kind of made like a netting with some fences and put in some hay bales. Eventually, I kind of want a couple of layers of hay bales here, and then we can have an opening up at the top. As an easy access when we have elytra. Anyway, down here, ladder. This goes all the way down. I don't have a quick access to this yet. I made a bit of a hallway that goes into my main mining area, and I think I'm going to keep this storage here, but eventually work on moving main storage up into the silo. Now off camera, I finished up the spider farm and it goes this way. There's this nice nook area with the enchanting table, and then down here is the spider farm. I had some issues with bedrock. This spider farm is a little too close, but it seems to be working okay. The tutorial for the farm that I used is from Kmon. I will link it in the description. It was pretty straightforward and easy to do and use. Kind of have to step back a little bit so that you don't get poisoned. And it's not the most efficient in the world, but it does what I need it to. For now. I do wish it was faster. So that's all I'm gonna have for today. This episode has taken me like a month to complete, so anything else that I could possibly do, I could do in the next video. So I will see you then. Bye!